All right, back again for another deep dive. And this time we're tackling first lines again. But this time we're heading into the world of Shakespeare.
Okay.
And we're looking at one of his most famous plays, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Now, I think it's safe to say most of our listeners are at least somewhat familiar with this one, but just in case, this is the one with all the, fairies and love potions and people running around the forest.
Exactly. A little magic never hurt anyone.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of magic, or maybe not so much magic, let's jump right into that opening line.
Okay.
Because this is what kicks off the whole story. It's, now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. So, first impressions, I mean, it's Shakespeare, so it sounds elegant, of course.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely elegant.
But does it really hook you? What do you think?
Well, on the surface, it might seem like just a nice little intro, but trust me, Shakespeare was sneaky. I mean, that line is already doing so much work. Like, bam, right away we know it's a wedding. We're talking celebrations, we're talking love, all that good stuff.
Right. Setting the scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not just any wedding. He calls out, fair Hippolyta, and that's a big deal. This isn't just some blushing bride. She's a queen.
Oh, right.
And not just any queen. She's a conquered queen.
Okay, so there's some power dynamics at play here.
Oh, absolutely. There's a whole history behind these characters, even before the curtain rises. Shakespeare's dropping hints from the very first line that there's more to this than meets the eye.
Interesting. And what about that phrase, nuptial hour? I mean, obviously it points to the wedding, but...
Oh, it's way more than just that. It's about time. Remember how important time is in this play. We've got the whole fast-forward thing going on in the forest, and then you've got those moonlit scenes where time almost seems to stand still, and when it draws on a pace, it's like this little warning bell. Things are going to move fast. Destiny's coming, whether you're ready or not.
And knowing how crazy things get in that forest, it's almost like that sense of chaos is already hiding in this first line.
You got it. It's that contrast that really gets me. You've got the Athenian court all proper and organized in the beginning.
Right.
And then, bam, you're thrown into the wildness of the forest. Shakespeare loves to mess with our expectations. He sets us up for one thing and then flips everything upside down. It's brilliant.
So maybe it's not a classic hook in the sense of like a super memorable quote, but it's definitely setting the stage for everything that's coming. The mistaken identities, love triangles, the magic, the mayhem.
It's all there just waiting to explode. Shakespeare really was a master of packing so much meaning into just a few words.
Yeah.
He can paint a whole world with a single sentence.
Yeah.
And he does it with such simple, elegant language. That's the beauty of it, I think.
Absolutely. So I guess the big question is, does knowing all the craziness that's going to happen make this opening line more interesting? Or does it kind of take away from the initial charm?
That's a tough one. It's like, once you know the ending of a movie, does it change how you see the beginning? It's something to think about, for sure. I don't know if there's a right answer.
Well, we'll leave that for our listeners to ponder.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on another deep dive. Until next time, keep those first lines in mind. They might be hiding more than you think.
Absolutely.